Okay, part two. This is how do we heal the core wounding that got incepted when we were younger. Now, this is all about doing the inner child work. And it's sort of like quantum time travel, where you go back and you sit with that part of you that was wounded in that time. Now, the first step to this is shining the light on how it got incepted if you can. If you don't remember the time, that's okay. You can still do this practice. But if you can, ask yourself, when was the first time, say you've got an issue. Say the issue is fear of spiders. When was the first time I could ever remember that I was made to be afraid of spiders? And go back to your very first memory. If you're not able to remember, it will still work, and I'll show you how as we go into the meditation. So basically, you want to close your eyes. You want to focus on your breathing, get into a meditative state, and go envision yourself sitting in front of you when you were the age that this trauma happened. If you cannot remember what age you were, or if you feel like it was something that happened in a past life, imagine yourself as a ball of white light. And you'll be talking to yourself during that time. Now, the reason why this is so powerful is because there's no such thing as time. All of our timelines exist right next to each other multidimensionally. So when you're doing healing now, you're actually really healing that part of yourself when you go into the meditation. And that's why this works, right? So envision yourself at that age, or envision yourself as a ball of light. Whether it was, okay, I'm envisioning myself as a ball of light in whatever past time, in whatever past life that this happened, or at whatever age when I was younger that this got incepted, or whatever age you know that it was. Imagine yourself as a ball of light, or that part of you, and basically talk to yourself and give yourself whatever it is that was not given during that time, or whatever truth needs to be told to that child or that part of you during that time. So for example, you can say, I'm going to take the example from part one. The spider wasn't real. Telling yourself, I want you to know that I love you and I understand that your fear, and there's no judgment on the fear that you have, but I want you to know that that spider was never real, that you actually were safe and you didn't need to be afraid at that time. Or say it was something like, say you came out a girl, but your dad wanted a boy. I just want you to know that you're beautiful just as you are. Wasn't your fault that your dad had the programming that he wanted a girl. You are whole and complete just as you are. And give yourself basically whatever it is intuitively that you know needs to be said. Give that to yourself genuinely and feel it energetically. Give yourself that unconditional love that you deserved, that you really deserved. Then after that point, imagine yourself, after you get it out as much as you can, you want to feel the feelings. Sometimes this will draw up feelings, right, of sadness or remorse or whatever it is. Allow yourself to cry as that child, as you would. Get it out as much as you can get it out until you can't get it out anymore. Say whatever needs to be said, and it doesn't have to be perfect, and it doesn't have to be a certain way. Then after you're done, imagine you connecting with source energy. You can imagine a light above your head, or you can imagine a beautiful light within your heart space. Imagine that overflowing with love and peace, and filling every crevice of you with light and nurturing, and ask it to give you the essence of whatever it is that you needed the most during that time that wasn't given to you. You're giving it to yourself now, so that you don't have to source it from something outside of you, so that you don't have to always feel like it was missing. You know now, you're practicing now that this is inside of me, and I'm giving it to myself now. See that, feel your whole entire body, your whole entire aura, that essence of what you really needed, right? There's no such thing as fear. I don't need to fear, whatever it is. And then imagine that shooting out of your heart chakra into that white ball of light or that part of you during that age, and illuminating that part of you, and just imagine yourself feeling it and feeling relieved and feeling like complete, like that missing piece is given. And feel the, okay, this feels right again. I feel whole again. Feel that feeling of feeling whole again, like that this thing doesn't exist anymore because it never needed to exist, because I was always whole. Feel that freedom and that peace. Again, your emotions are what really makes this stuff travel through space and time, and what really does the healing. And then when you're done, ask that part of you, okay, are you okay to come and merge back with me now? Sometimes these things are deep. Sometimes they're going to take practice, and you're going to need to do it more than once. But if you feel like that was enough, you really feel like, I feel whole and complete now, ask that part of you to come and join back and merge with you into your heart space. And envision either that ball of white light or that part of you walking into you and merging back into wholeness. If you feel like you need to keep doing it again and again, just revisit that same meditation. And this is really, really powerful, and this really works. It takes repetition, and sometimes you might not think it's working, but it really does work. And this is how you heal all of your core wounding.